Hi, today I'm going to speak about Apple loops. Apple loops are pre-recorded musical phrases that can be repeated over and over again. They have features that make them unique compared to simple non-Apple loops. For example, they always follow the project tempo, regardless of the BPM with which they were recorded, and they always follow the project key or tonality of our project. And you are licensed to use them in your productions. So, in comparison with standard audio loops, Apple loops have significant advantage in use for a variety of purposes, including automatic time and pitch shifting, indexing, and searching. But let's have a look. With shortcut O, I can open the Apple Loop tab, in which I will find some filter, for example, instrument. I can enlarge the window, or genre, or descriptor. And I can filter also my Apple Loop for loop packs. For example, if I'm going to hip hop and beats, I will have 246 items. If I remove any filter, I will have more or less 35,000 Apple loops. Let's have a look on the differences, because we will have four kinds of Apple loops: blue, green, and yellows. Two types of yellows. Let's start from the blue one. The blue one, let's go for example in a drum. Blue one is a Apple loop that contain audio data and also additional information for time stretching, transposition, and indexing. For example, this Apple loop is recorded on 125 with this pre-listen button. I will listen it at 120 because my project now is on 120, but if I go down to, for example, 90, I will pre-listen it at 90. If I drag it into an empty track, I will have a 8-bit region, so it's 2 bar. Well, the first time that I import an Apple loop, Logic will ask me if I want to import also the first Apple loop information. Normally I don't import and I keep what I set in the project. So 8-bit means 2 bar. If I import, for example, 1/16 Apple loop, will be 16-bit will be 4 bar. If you look at the symbol, this is a stereo Apple loop. Is a stereo symbol, but with like an underscore. If I import a green Apple loop is also a Apple loop with audio information, but also MIDI information. So they contain a MIDI region plus a software instrument and effect setting. So for example, if I go to a piano and I drag it into an empty space, I will have a region, piano region, MIDI piano region, with a software instrument and effect. Let's drag something else, for example, a synth. I got a hybrid bass and some effect. If I drag the same green Apple loop into an audio region, you can see that I have the audio information in there. But if I drag an audio Apple loop, a blue one, I try to drag it into a software instrument track, I cannot. It's not an audio track. I have to drag it only into audio tracks. What about the yellow ones? The yellow ones are pattern loops or grammar loops. Let's start with grammar loops. Grammar loops that are similar to what we can get with grammar regions are grammar Apple loops that if I drag into an empty space, they will give me a grammar with iskit, glankit, and so I can then edit it like I normally do with grammar. For example, I can split it and edit everything like grammar region. But if I drag a grammar into a MIDI, a software instrument track, then my dragger, I cannot drag it because is not a MIDI region. But if I drag it into an audio region, I will see it. And actually I can see it also into a MIDI region, into a software instrument track, because even if Logic tells me that is impossible, if I drag it, I will see then a MIDI. So if, for example, I create a software instrument track and I drag my grammar in here, then from here I can use my grammar, but also I can manage to use any software instrument generating grammar sounds as I want. Sorry. Let's have a look in the last one, that is the pattern loops region. Pattern loops region contain all the notes and pattern information from a pattern created using the step sequencer. That the step sequencer is something new that we have, for example, in here I can create a new pattern region, and here in the step sequencer I can create any kind of pattern I want, or I can use the pre-made pattern. If I drag a pattern Apple loops, automatically I will have a pattern region. And if I drag a pattern Apple loops into a software instrument track, I still have a pattern region. If I drag it into an audio region, I will have an audio region. So, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.